Man, it's been a minute since we've done a live. Well, not maybe since a minute, because we did release another album earlier this year. But it's good, man. It's good to be back. What can I say? I've been so excited for this album to come out. Obviously, Scott did a live yesterday night, and it's because we really tried to do things that were very, 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 very different from our previous Christmas albums. You know, give it a 70s vibe, give it a folksy vibe, just things that I think maybe people wouldn't necessarily expect from us. And it was really fun to push ourselves as well. I mean, really push ourselves to do things that, you know, maybe a little bit more haunting, a little bit more enchanting, maybe, you know, try a little bit of instrumentation here and there, you know, which we've done before, but even push it a little bit. So I'm just so unbelievably proud of how this album turned out, and we're just so unbelievably excited to share it with you guys. Okay, ask me some questions, everybody. Well, I'm going to go to the question bar and see. Oh, this is a good one. What's your favorite song on Evergreen? Yeesh. The Prayer is epic. I would definitely say The Prayer is one of those, I feel like, quintessential epic songs that we try to do, but I don't know. There's something about it that is so spine tingling to me compared to other music that we've done in the past. We really, really stretched ourselves. I mean, like, you hear Scott at the top of his range, right? You hear Bitch at the top of his range. Same with Kirsty. It's a really exciting one to me. That's probably one of my favorites. Let's see. What else you guys got? What song was the hardest to sing or beatbox? You know what? I don't know if you guys would expect this answer, but I think My Heart With You and I Just Called. Really making sure that all the phrasing, all the timing, and the central focus that we all had when singing the song was so narrow and clear that when we stepped into the booth all together to sing the song, it felt like we were just flowing. I think that took time. That's one of the songs that we really did sing all together. Others we kind of did in pieces and parts, but that one it took us a while to get the essence correct. That's one of my favorites, absolutely. But yeah, definitely one of the hardest to sing. Oh, question. That's nice. Who played guitar on Evergreen? There was one of the songwriters, Eric, who had played the guitar in the demo, and we really, really loved it. And we said we didn't really want to change anything about it. We wanted to keep the guitar in there. So how we're going to pull off a guitar on tour, I am not sure. So don't ask that question yet, please, because I can't help you yet. We're figuring that out as we go. That's a good question. Where did the inspiration for the sound of the album come from? We had been talking about some different ideas, and I feel like Scott was really influential in terms of honing in the vision for the album, where he said he kind of made this playlist for us of songs that he had been listening to, because he was really in this folklore, Evermore vibe, and he thought it'd be kind of fun for us to do a Christmas album like that, and we were all down. And so, you know, we really expanded ourselves in that way. These are fun questions. Keep them coming, everybody. How was the process of recording the album? That's a really good one. So this album, first of all, we did this on a scale of 1 to record time. Oh my goodness, great God Almighty. We did this in record time. We did this album about in a month, or like 6 weeks, from concept to pre-arrangement to get into the studio and recording all of it. I say this album and the previous Christmas album were the two fastest we had ever recorded. There were times when we were definitely pulling our hair out in the studio, but we all went into a recording studio called Henson in Los Angeles, and it was actually fun because there were some really famous artists that were there that were just kind of hanging out and doing their recordings. Like you see Harry Styles in this one, you see John Mayer in this booth, and you just kind of see them hanging out for fun because, you know, that's what recording artists do. So that was nice to be in that vibe with all those great artists as well. And yeah, we cranked that bug out. Let me tell you right now, we cranked it out. Let's see what else you guys got. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, response couldn't be shared. But out of all the Christmas albums that we've made, which one is probably my favorite? Yeesh, that's a hard question. I mean, because every single album has holds a different place in my heart. I mean, the 2014 That's Christmas to Me album was very special because I think it was one of the ways we broke in the industry. And we fought really hard. Really hard. I mean, I'll tell you a story. There was one time when we were doing this Christmas promo for the 2014 album. And this is obviously before we had a Christmas tour, so we had time to really promote. We flew from New York to Germany to Japan, all the way back to New York in the span of like 4 days. It was nuts. My body did not know where it was. It was so hard. But I mean, we really tried our best to promote this so that, you know, maybe we had a chance of breaking and it really worked. So we're thankful. But that's like one of the hardest time periods I think we've had. But that one was special, I think. Obviously, this album's fun. It's just a departure. Yeah, I mean, every Christmas album's different, but each one's fun. So, and obviously, there's probably going to be more to come. So there you go. Let's see. Interesting. This is a good question. Do you have a quote or situation that changed your view on something? Yeah, actually, so I work with a coach. I guess you call it high performance coaching. I love this man. I actually have a call with him in 10 minutes, so I'm excited to be able to use this this phrase with you guys because he'll be excited that I used it on this live. But he told me gratitude is the fuel of all success. And I was like, what? I mean, gratitude makes me feel good about myself. But he goes, no, you have to understand. The thing about gratitude, it allows you to see where you came from. Feel those emotions, feel those hardships that you had. And you see where you are now. And the difference between then and now can be overwhelming. And that lets you know that there's more to be done. There's more that you can do. It gets you through the harder times because you're gracious for the previous times that you've also had. So I think that's definitely one that's stuck with me. I'd say another one is plan the work so you can work the plan. That's probably the other quote. A lot of people, I think, do a lot of work, but is it really their life's work? It may be work for their company, their other people, their friends, their family, but is it the thing that needs to be done for them so that they feel the most alive? So I think that means you have to plan what is your life's work in that way. And then if you plan it out well, schedule it, time manage, then you'll be able to work a plan in place that allows you to feel that joy every single day coming into your work. So those are probably the two that have influenced me a lot. This is fun. Oh, question. Good. Oh, I can't share this one. It was, how's your daughter doing? Kaya's great. She's taking a nap right now with mom. She gets funnier every single day. One funny thing that we're noticing is that whenever I start to beatbox in front of her, she just starts to go. Which I'm like, where'd you learn how to do that? And then I think to myself, it's probably because she sees me doing it every single time, which is fun. She gets funnier every day. She gets lovelier every day. And it's also cool to watch her look at my mom, her grandma, and start to recognize who she is. I think in the past, she thinks grandma was somebody that was almost like a babysitter that that took time away from mom and dad time. And because we'd go off on dates and stuff like that. And she's like, wait, you're leaving me alone with this woman? Oh my gosh, where's my parents? Now I think she's seeing my grandma being like, oh, what's good, grandma? How you doing? I miss you, girl. Like, which is exciting for me. So yeah, she's doing well. My wife's doing awesome. She's such an amazing mom and so dedicated. So I've been very, very, very thankful for that. Let's see, what else y'all got? What else you got? Would you come to Mexico again? Absolutamente. If you could travel to, I don't even know if I said that right. I hope I did. And if I didn't, please forgive me. Let's see. Did Kaya listen to the album? She's listened to some songs. Not the whole album, I think. Let's see. I want a good question. This is a good question. Is there any song which you guys successfully did on the first take? I can tell you right now. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm thankful for our talent and I believe we're talented, but like, to do what we do takes work. We cannot just, oh yeah, here we go, first take, boom. Nah, that's just not how it works, everybody. No, it took a lot of tries, took a lot of time. I will say this though, there are times whenever we're recording where words like feeling it, and like I remember in Daft Punk, the transition from in Kirsty's verse to the bridge right before the hook that Mitch comes into, that whole place, I remember I was recording and I was just feeling it and I tried something and that whole part that I just did that. I was just feeling it. I did it. And Ben looks at me after I was done. He goes, we're keeping that. You don't have to do that again. That was great. And I'm like, I didn't even know I was going to go there. He goes, I didn't either, but it worked. So there are definitely times where it happens, but most things on this album, no. It took a little bit of time. Tour in Europe. Yes, we're absolutely touring in Europe. Actually go to ptxofficial.com/tour and you'll be able to see our tour dates there. Please come. And also guys, please come to our Christmas tour. I'm so excited for this. It's like so exciting to tour again, y'all. Like, obviously be healthy, stay safe, wear a mask if you can. Like, please, we'd love for you guys to come and feel welcome here. We really are excited for you guys to come to this tour. Funniest memory in the process of recording this album, it's literally just the late nights. I mean, there were a couple of nights where it was just like me, Ben, Matt, and Scott. Oh yeah, when we were trying to record all the drums, or the kind of the drum patty sounds for Wonderful Christmas Time, we were trying the most hilarious things. Oh, that one in addition to I Saw Three Ships. We tried so many different things and we were looking crazy doing it. I'm sure there's gonna be a blooper video that comes out sometime of y'all seeing the just the foolishness that we went through recording this thing. It was so hilarious. Yeah, that's probably the funniest moment, just recording all those drums. Let me see. Okay, we got 4 minutes. I want great questions. What is your least favorite song to record on Evergreen? You know what? I mean, it's sad to say this because it's probably one of the ones that, like, I'm excited to hear the record, but recording it was so difficult, was I Just Called to Say I Love You. The phrasing is just very long. And so I'm in the booth like, I just called to say I love you. I'm running out of breath. It just felt like that the whole time. So it was just, I just had to do so many takes. So many takes. And we all did. But, you know, it turned out well. So I'm thankful for that. Okay, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I gotta find a great question. What's the best Halloween costume? You know what? I don't know. Because to be honest, I wasn't really one that ever celebrated Halloween growing up. But, and maybe this will tie into actually a bigger story, I'll say. This is the first time where I'm actually doing Halloween because I have a daughter. And we're gonna be like a Winnie the Pooh type family. Like, I think I'm Eeyore. I think Kaya's like Tigger. I think Lee is, I forgot what she got for herself. But I guess the larger message for me is I feel like throughout my life I've never understood the necessity of like breaks and rest time, and I just felt like I just want to keep going. I want to keep making more music. At the time I wasn't dating, I didn't have a family, I wasn't married, so I was so focused on learning and growing and being the best me. And I'm so thankful I did that. Don't get me wrong, I don't regret any of that for a minute. But I think a lot of friends would ask me, Kevin, why don't you take a break? Why don't you take a second to breathe? And I said, I don't understand the need for it. I'm learning and intaking so much. But now that I have a daughter, I see the purpose for rest, because I want to connect with this beautiful human whom I get to know for the rest of my life. If she'll have me. I mean, we'll see that. But, if I'm excited for that. So intentionally making sure there are times in my day that are just for her, that are focused on her and nothing else. No pentatonics, no my own music, no nothing. Just her and the family. Man, it's been really beautiful. And I absolutely love those downtimes now. So I'm thankful. Very, very, very thankful. Oops. Okay. Oh my gosh. What songs are originals? I think it's just Evergreen, actually. I think that's the only one. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'll answer this question and then one more question. Favorite music video you've ever done? Probably... Honestly, I wasn't expecting to say this, but A Little Space. That video, vibe-wise and look-wise, I just thought was absolutely amazing. Or Midnight in Tokyo. That video is insane to look at. All right, one more question. Oh, I hope I can answer this in time. If you could associate every member of PTX with a song on Evergreen, what would you say? Mitch is River, because he's very calm. Matt is Wonderful Christmas Time, because he's just jolly. Scott is probably The Prayer, because he just loves epic sounding, oh my goodness type stuff. Probably me, Frosty, because it's like got a little bit of swagger, got a little bit of a vibe, right? I think that's probably me. Kirsty, I would say Over the River, because she has so many cool projects and she's going to, here, there, and everywhere. And I feel like that song has this kind of energy of tackling so many different aspects of life and